Awaken the giant within, the brutal decision that separates the weak from the unstoppable. There comes a moment in every human life when silence becomes deafening. A moment when you look into the mirror, not the glass mirror, but the invisible one that reflects your choices, your fears, your omissions, and you realize there is a massive gap between who you are and who you were born to become. And in that exact moment, most people step back, but a few, very few, move forward. Because they understand something the majority ignores. Destiny is not a pre-written line. It is a daily construction. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is not privilege. It is decision. Have you ever stopped to think that everything around you, every building, every company, every invention, started as a thought in someone's mind? Before it existed in the physical world, it was imagined, visualized, believed. That's how it was with Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before lighting up the world. That's how it was with Henry Ford, who dared to believe he could put the world on wheels when everyone laughed at the idea. That's how it was with Walt Disney, who was fired for lack of creativity before building an empire that still lives today. And the inevitable question arises, what separates you from them? It's not intelligence. It's not opportunity. It's not luck. It's mindset. The mind is the battlefield where all victories are won before they ever become visible. It is where failure is born, and also where success is forged. Most people live as prisoners of their own thoughts, as if they were spectators in a story they didn't write. But you were not made to watch. You were made to direct. And everything begins with a brutally honest decision to stop negotiating with mediocrity. Because mediocrity is seductive. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It says, this is good enough. It says, you don't need more. It says, you can try later. And so, day after day, dream after dream, it numbs you. Until one day you wake up trapped in a life you never truly wanted. But there is a force within you that refuses to accept this. A restlessness, a discomfort, a silent voice that keeps insisting, there is more. And that voice is not a mistake. It is the calling. But answering that call requires courage. Because the moment you decide to grow, you automatically become strange to those who chose to remain the same. You begin to see what you once ignored. You start to question what you once accepted. And above all, you begin to take full responsibility for your own life. And responsibility is heavy. It allows no excuses, no outsourcing, no victimhood. It places everything in your hands, your choices, your results, your failures, your victories. But here is the truth few dare to face. This is not a burden, it is power. Because when everything depends on you, everything can be transformed by you. And then you begin to understand that belief is not something abstract. It is a tool. It is the lens through which you interpret the world. If you believe you are not capable, you will find proof of it every single day. But if you decide to believe that success is inevitable, not a possibility, but a consequence, then you begin to act differently. And action is what separates dreamers from achievers. It is not enough to desire. It is not enough to visualize. It is not enough to plan. All of that is only the beginning. The real game starts when you move, when you act without feeling like it, when you continue despite fear, when you persist without guarantees. Because discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. And this is where many give up. They want the result, but not the process. They want the victory, but avoid the fight. They want the top, but reject the climb. But reality is unforgiving. There is no shortcut to greatness. Every habit you build is a brick. Every decision you make is a step. Every sacrifice you embrace is an investment. And over time, not in days, not in weeks, but through accumulated consistency, you begin to become someone different. Not by chance, by construction. And that construction requires clarity. Because without clarity, any path will do, and that is dangerous. You must know exactly what you want. Not vaguely, not superficially, but with precision. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What kind of life do you want to live? And more importantly, why? Because when the why is strong enough, the how reveals itself. Purpose is the fuel that keeps you moving when everything feels difficult. It is what makes you rise when your body wants to quit. It is what reminds you, in your darkest days, that you are not fighting for nothing. And along this journey, you will begin to realize something transformative. Obstacles are not enemies, they are instructors. Every failure carries a lesson. Every mistake contains an adjustment. Every difficulty is a test of who you are becoming. And those who learn to see this don't just survive adversity, they grow from it. They become stronger, more prepared, more aware. And then there comes a point when you no longer run from challenges. You seek them, because you understand that it is in discomfort that evolution happens. But there is something even deeper that sustains all of this, something often overlooked, yet essential to the rhythm of your journey: gratitude. Not superficial gratitude, but conscious gratitude.